It is freezing out there.
Oh, I was beginning to wonder if I still had fingers left. You guys are such wusses.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
Who asked me to buy them a set of glove warmers not more than 10 minutes ago, huh?
Busted. That guy on the freestyle board just did a complete double rotation.
Oh, yeah? Pretty wicked, huh?
The snowboard competition's so cool. Can I go look at some new boards?
Yeah, you just stay close by, though, okay? I don't know when I've seen him so excited.
It was a great idea coming up here.
Well, I figured it'd be fun for him, you know. Plus, get him away from all the buzz about Julie's trial.
Yeah, that's the last thing he needs, to hear people discussing whether or not she killed John Canellos.
Well, I figured, you wanted to escape Port Charles for a little while, too.
Because of my dad being charged with attempted murder?
I know how hard it is when someone you love's in trouble, and you can't do anything to help them.
Well, Scott shouldn't have to be going through this. He didn't shoot David Bordeiso.
Yeah, I know. Well, they got to prove that.
I know. I just hope we find a way soon.
Here you go. This should warm you up a little bit.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, the most damaging evidence in the forensic report is that the bullet that hit Bordeiso, it came from my heater.
Well, we can always have the ballistics retested.
Well, it's going to say the same thing.
Scott and I really believe that Stevie must have some bad cop on the inside rearranging all the facts.
Wait, you mean like taking the bullet that hit DV and switching it with the one in Scott's gun?
Yeah, well, that's a good bet.
Wait a minute. No. Now, this doesn't make sense here. If he was trying to frame Scott, why would he call all of us and tell us to go to the cemetery?
Possibly he was trying to frame every single one of us.
Or, if we all saw Scott at the crime scene, we could all be called to testify against him.
And that's the exact kind of a thing that a psychopath like Bordeiso would get a kick out of.
Doesn't hurt to have two doctors at the scene if you get shot in the head.
Oh, come on. This is ridiculous. You mean DV would actually take a bullet in the head just to set you up, Scott?
Well, maybe he had a goon that couldn't shoot straight.
Or maybe his goon wasn't the friend that he thought he was.
Well, that's easy, because there's a lot of people who'd like to see Bordeiso about 6 feet under. Yeah, I'll get it. Coffee.
Hey, Rachel, what's up?
This isn't easy for me. But I have a confession to make.
What is your confession?
I'm being a bit selfish.
What?
I heard that you got arrested. And I know that you've got a lot on your mind, but Julie's counsel, they really could use the help selecting a jury.
Right, I forgot I was supposed to meet you today. Let's go inside. Lucy, Kevin, and Eva, they're okay?
Yeah.
Hello, Rachel.
Oh. Hello, Dr. Locke.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that Scott had company.
Well, actually, I live here again.
I heard through the grapevine, and I'm very happy. I'm happy you're back together. I'm happy all of you are back together.
Well, thank you very much. In fact, we all couldn't be happier that we're all back together.
It's too bad you've got this legal thing hanging over your head.
I do, and I have to concentrate on that, so I'm going to have to fish out of helping you with the jury.
I kind of figured as much. I just thought I'd give it a try.
We're just so sorry that you wasted a trip.
I'm not.
Thank you for understanding.
Hey, if there's anything that I can do to help.
Nope, there's not. But thank you. Actually, we've got it handled quite nicely.
I'll see you later.
Catch you later.
Ta.
Bye, Kevin.
Bye, Rachel. I'm afraid there goes our opportunity to find out if Rachel manipulated Cooper to take the fall for Julie.
Kevin, I know. Helping her with jury selection would give us access to information, but I got to worry about my own jury.
I understand, and I'm not making light of it. It's just that Julie needs to be in Ferncliff, and Rachel's going to extraordinary lengths to get her out. It worries me.
What worries me is Sing Sing.
Okay, you're not going to Sing Sing, please. All right? He does have his priorities, you know, even though it is very odd that the court-appointed psychiatrist ruled that Julie was competent.
Well, now, how the heck could they fall for that?
After seeing the way Ryan manipulated the situation, I don't believe that Julie has come along as far as they say.
Look, I don't want her on the streets. I don't. But I got my own priorities.
Yeah, you do. Which is clearing his name and making sure he's safe with me and the girls.
I have an idea.
Oh, no, Eve, what?
No. What if we could all help each other out here?
How?
Okay, wait, go with me on this. Now, since Scott has been charged with the shooting, obviously, he can't go snooping around the PCPD.
And I have done some forensics work for Mac. I could use my connections with the police department. I can get my hands on that ballistics report. And you two could keep an eye on Julie's situation?
And I can keep the lines of communication open with Rachel.
With that woman, I'm sure she'd like to keep them wide open.
Well, I'm not going to give up my case. I'm not going to do that. I am not going to let this mess ruin my family. Simple as that.
Hey, you.
Hey. Where's Neil?
Oh, our future snowboard champion is over by the equipment stand. He's got some of the top dogs, you know, showing them how they do their tricks.
Maybe I should go listen. Those guys come up with some pretty amazing moves.
Oh, yeah? You thinking about hitting the slopes there, tough girl?
What, you think I can't handle it?
No, I think you can handle anything you set your mind to.
Yeah. I wish we had more time. Hey, maybe soon we could take a long weekend in the Catskills.
Aspen. Or the Alps, huh? I know some pretty cool places from my days of trekking through Europe. I'd love to show you and Neil those.
God, what a great fantasy. Seeing Europe for the first time with you. Too bad we won't be able to do it anytime soon.
Yeah, we can't leave Neil. And I know you got your duties as chief resident.
Well, we can dream, can't we?
No, we'll do it someday, I promise.
Dad, there's a break in the competition, and they're letting all kids go on the run. Can I try, Dad? Please?
Well, you know, when you start out snowboarding, son, you spend half the time, you know, on the ground.
Oh, I'll be super, super careful.
Hey, Neil, why don't you get me some more hot chocolate while your dad thinks about it, okay?
You're not going to let me go, are you?
No. Karen's right. Just let me think about it for a minute, okay? Well, I should have known this would happen. You bring your kid to a ski resort, he's going to want to do a run, right?
The chemo has weakened his immune system. You're just worried that if he falls and hurts himself...
Karen, I brought him up here to feel normal for one day. And even at 5,000 feet, the leukemia catches up to him. Damn it, when is he going to get a break?
You're alone. Scott couldn't make it. Couldn't or wouldn't? There have been some complications, Julie. David Bordeiso was shot, and Scott has been accused of attempted murder, so he's a little busy working on his own case right now. Well, I was counting on his advice and the opportunity to win him over. You still might have that opportunity. He says it had nothing to do with the crime, yet all the evidence is pointing in his direction. Now, who better to understand that situation than you? I think you should call him. Offer your sympathy and your support. So we bond over being victims of the justice system, and you get him to support you during your trial, which is crucial. Not to mention after. What do I need from Scott once I get out of here? Julie, Lucy and Scott are in the middle of trying to adopt Christina. But if they don't trust you, they're going to make giving her back to you that much harder. The whole idea of my going on trial was to win my freedom so that I could raise Christina. And now you're suggesting I might not even get custody of my daughter? You know, I don't think the court is going to be in a real big rush to give a baby back to a woman who's been accused of murder, Julie. Or who has spent a year in Ferncliff. You are going to get Christina back. But it's going to take patience and a lot of strategy. I better get her back. It's what's kept me going all these months. Then I suggest you cultivate a relationship with Scott and Lucy. That way, when you're released, it'll make it that much easier for them to let you spend time with Christina. Then I'll be the best friend either of them ever had. I'll do whatever it takes to get Christina back.
How do I treat my son like a normal kid, Karen, when the leukemia makes everything so complicated?
First of all, snowboarding's not simple. It's dangerous by normal standards. And secondly, Neil's smart. He understands he needs special care until he gets better. And he's not going to be sick forever.
No, he's not. Not if this new child is an HLA match for the bone marrow transplant. But even then, I got to keep him in a holding pattern for 6 months. Do you remember how long a half a year was when you were 9 years old?
But letting him go snowboarding is risky.
But it's good for his spirits. And you know how important attitude is in the healing process.
Yeah, it can make a huge difference. But I don't need to tell you how an injury can set him back.
But there's got to be some way of controlling the risk and letting him feel like a normal child.
Can I go on the run, Dad?
You know, Dad just got a killer idea, son. I think you're going to love it.
Great, thanks. Mac has his hands full with Faison, but he's going to take the time to see me.
Us, you mean?
What do you mean us? Since when were you such a PI?
I proved myself in Italy.
You were invaluable in Italy, but as a mystery writer, I have to say this Snoop stuff is really my area of expertise.
Oh, okay. And what, I'm just a doctor?
No, you're a beautiful and brilliant doctor. No problem. You want to help? Just come along.
Just come along. And what, be your sidekick?
Sherlock and Watson, that's what you said.
Why can't it be Watson and Sherlock for
You don't
once?
expect me to play second banana, do
And give
you?
me one good reason why
Because
not.
I'm...
You're a man?
No,
Oh,
you
that's
know
what you
me
were gonna
better
say.
than...
I know
No,
that's what you
because
were
I'm a
gonna
leader,
say.
a natural leader, and I automatically assume the first position. I can't help it.
Okay, fine. You assume that position in your case, and I will assume it in mine.
Are you saying we should go about this separately?
And let's see what we both come up with.
A sleuth contest? Oh, I'm game.
Good. Then may the best detective win.
Well, we know who that's going to be, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Well, shouldn't we get started? Would you like a ride down to the station?
No, thank you. I can handle this case from the sofa.
This is going to be easier than I thought.
What about those messages you got to meet down at Meg's crypt the night of the shooting? Has your security team got any leads as to where they came from?
No, we have not been able to connect him to Bordeiso yet.
No, not yet, but we will. His team is working on it around the clock.
Well, I'm expecting a call from my secretary as soon as the DNA results get back from the lab.
Well, it's just going to confirm what we already know.
I got it. I got it. Hello?
Lucy, hi, it's Julie.
Julie, what are you doing calling me yet again? Did you have another one of those dreams about Christina?
Only good ones. How is she?
Well, she's wonderful, just as sweet as can be.
Listen, let me have this. Yeah, Julie, I told Rachel that I was
Yeah,
unable
it helped pick the jury, I know. She told me about the bogus charges against you.
If Rachel wants to call me in, update me, I'll give her some time.
Okay, thank you, Scott. That means a lot, especially knowing what you're going through. There's nothing worse than being falsely accused.
That's right.
Try and remember, though, the truth is on your side.
I can't argue with you there.
And maybe not everyone will believe you, but I try and draw my strength from those who do. And I just want you to know that I'm in your court.
Okay, well, thanks. Goodbye. Whoever thought I'd have something in common with Julie?
You may both be facing criminal charges. Of course, there's one big difference. We know you're innocent.
Well, she seems to think she is, too.
Bravo, bravo. Oh, Julie, you have that kind of sincerity during your trial, and there's not a jury in the world that would convict you.
Searching for Adam,
I really hope I don't have to pay Adam much longer.
and she's getting warmer
Stuart?
My beautiful Liza's gonna find me.
and warmer.
What are the two of you up to?
Liza! You come to rescue me at last!
All My Children, ABC Daytime.
Oh, coming through! Hey!
Did you see us?
You guys were awesome. 2 Scanlons, 1 board.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I was still a little deaf in one ear from someone screaming in my ear as we were going over the mogul.
Is it okay if I get some of the pros to autograph my lift ticket?
Sure. As long as you get him to sign mine, too. All right. You have fun.
Do you realize what you just did?
What?
You set the bar about this high when it comes to finding Neil a Christmas present.
Well, I'll tell you something. Seeing him light up when we were zooming down that hill, that was my Christmas present.
Have I told you lately you're an amazing dad?
Oh, you know it's easy when you got a kid like that. And I'm gonna make damn sure that he's around for a long, long time.
Oh, well. Someone looks very pleased with themselves. What'd you find out down at the police station?
Well, I hope you're not a sore loser, but in my hand, I hold the information that we've been looking for.
How'd you get it?
I told Mac that I was looking to clear Scott in the shooting, and he gave me a list of all the people that had access to the forensics lab after Scott's gun was seized.
Very good work, honey. So are the police going to take over from here?
No, Mac wants to hold off on an internal investigation until I bring him something more concrete.
But you have a list of names.
Well, I haven't tied in one specific suspect as of yet, but I have narrowed it down to the most likely 10.
Are these the 10 suspects that you narrowed it down to? Patient of mine down at the hospital. Works at the police station. So while you were driving down to the police station, I let my fingers do the walking.
Okay, I'm impressed. It's a tie.
Ah, that's not all. Do you have anything else besides a list of names?
Like what?
Like, for instance, suspect number 1. He's a month away from retirement. He's 48 years old and has a big fat pension coming to him. There is no way he would take a bribe.
Your friend told you this?
That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Okay. You win.
Yes! Thank you! Thank you very much.
You're Sherlock, I'm Watson, at least for today.
Well, either way, we make a terrific team. Just remember that next time you decide you don't need my help.
I never said I didn't need you.
For more than just Snoop stuff, I hope.
For more than just Snoop stuff.
Is this my reward for being nice to Scott?
Well, I was very impressed with the way you handled him, but no, I bought this for you a couple of days ago. Open it up.
Oh.
This is beautiful. It's beautiful. Well, it's for the trial. I think the jury's going to love you in it.
I bet Chris will, too. I really miss him. At least with the trial starting, I'll get to see him from across the courtroom. You know, I haven't stopped trying to get his visiting privileges reinstated. It's just that it's turned out to be quite an uphill battle. What's hard not having him around? And if you weren't here, it would be impossible. Well, I am here. And I'm going to be on your side, and I'm going to keep fighting for you until you're reunited with Christina. I know that day is coming.
Well, you should see Christina up there sleeping. You know, it's like she doesn't have a care in the world. She's so peaceful, a little smile and her dimple and a little drool coming out of the side of her mouth while she's gurgling.
Being deprived of all this time with Christina, I'm not going to let Bordeiso do this to me, keep me from my kids.
Excuse me. Lee Baldwin. The DNA results are in. Yeah, go ahead. They show what? No, you're sure there's no mistake here? Okay. Thanks, dear.
Lee, what could be so bad? It's what we expected, right?
Yeah, we know my blood was at sea in the crumbs, so what's this mistake?
This is just unbelievable.
What is unbelievable?
The DNA tests on the 2 samples, Scott, they indicate there's a 99% chance David Bordeiso is your father.
How did you get in here?
Oh, it was easy. I just told the manager that I was your girlfriend, and voila.
How creative.
Yeah, well, you should be thanking me. I did you a favor. The guy's opinion of you, it went way up. Blondes have that effect.
You think I care what that greaseball thinks of me?
Well, you never know. You could have a leaky pipe or a broken heater.
Yeah, well, if he knocks some cash off my rent, then I'll thank you. In the meantime, I'll be sure to set him straight about letting strangers into my apartment.
So, what do you think, huh? Neil looks handsome, doesn't he?
Yeah. As soon as I cut you out, it'll be perfect.
Very funny. Very funny. You know what? You're lucky I even bothered coming by here at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. This place isn't exactly cozy. It's cold and it's dusty.
It works for me.
Now, don't get me wrong, okay? It has potential. You just need someone with a sharp eye to tap into it.
And that someone would be you.
At your service. So come on. Grab your credit cards, babe, because you and I are going to spend the entire afternoon together shopping for furniture.
I'll pass.
Oh, so you would rather live in an empty apartment?
It's not empty. You're still here, aren't you?
I am offering you a woman's touch. This place could use it. And hey, so could you.
The idea of Bordeiso being my father is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
It is, Lee. Come on. This has to be some sort of ridiculous mistake.
Look, I'm just as thrown by this as you are.
Yeah, well, it's wrong, so let's just dismiss the whole thing.
Scott, you can't just dismiss it.
Yeah, I can dismiss it. Watch me.
Ignoring the DNA test isn't going to make it go away, son.
Come on, just because there's some similarities in the blood type test, that doesn't mean anything.
The 2 blood samples, Scott, were a near-perfect match. Now, the lab technician discovered genetic markers, links that could only come from a father and son.
No, the hell with that report. There's no way that sick bastard is my father. That's impossible.
This place could be really cool. Hey, here. Check out this couch.
Yeah, sort of frilly.
Okay, too feminine. No problem at all. I have bunches of other things to show you.
Yeah, why do you even care what my apartment looks like? It's not like you're going to be hanging out here.
Not ever?
I moved out of the house so I could be alone, and so far it doesn't seem to be working.
Did it mean anything to you at all when I announced in front of the entire family, at Thanksgiving no less, that I needed you?
Let me think. No.
I'm serious, Frank. That wasn't easy for me to do.
Oh, you're breaking my heart.
You know, you are so blind. You can't even see the truth. You're the person who needs me.
Oh, okay. Now this I've got to hear.
Okay, well, for starters, take a look around. This place is a dump.
What do you really think?
I'm sorry to be harsh, but it's the truth. You can't really be happy living here, can you?
Oh, it may not be the Ritz, but it's cheap, it's mine, and most importantly, no sign of Joe anywhere.
Okay, well, you forgot to mention it is cold, it is musty, and it is completely lacking in color.
Okay, I guess it could use some work, and I have to admit, I've had a few ideas myself.
Great. You see, that is all I'm saying.
Like a desk, some chairs, maybe a bookshelf.
Perfect. I know these wonderful little stores on Elm Street. They're a little bit pricey, but...
Actually, I've had my eye on a few pieces already.
Really? Okay. Where?
Across the street.
In this neighborhood. Okay, no offense, but it's not exactly upscale.
You got a problem with it?
No. It should be an adventure. And I bet we can find some real bargains.
So you'll go with me?
Look, Scott, I know you're upset.
I'm not upset. If I was upset, that would mean that I was buying this nonsense, and I'm not.
All right. Why don't we just take this one step at a time? Now, let's just look at the facts.
Good idea. That's a great
There are no facts. It's fiction.
Okay, but wait. We know one fact. Your mother was involved with Bordeiso.
Yes, and she dumped him and married my father, Lloyd Bentley.
Yes, who was there to comfort her when Bordeiso was arrested for being a double agent?
Yeah, well, he did more than comfort her. He swept her off her feet.
You know, it never occurred to me until now how soon after Bordeiso she married Bentley.
So what?
So what I think Lee's just trying to say is that maybe your mother was pregnant with you by Bordeiso when she got together with your father.
Did my mother ever mention to you that someone other than Bentley could have been my father?
She never mentioned anything that would lead me to believe that.
Well, come on, think about it here, all right? You were married to her. She must have said something.
Scott, it's okay, okay? Lee's on our side. He's just
Yes,
as shocked with all this.
Lucy, I know. But right now, he's the only link to my mother.
Okay.
Look, I wish I could give you something definitive, but I can't.
Well, let me give you something definitive. He is not my father.
Hey, listen, as unbelievable, completely unbelievable as this is, we have to at least consider it's possible your mother was pregnant with you when she got with Lloyd, and maybe...
Lucy. Anything is possible. We know that. But not in this case, okay? This is not what happened.
Well, there has to be a logical explanation that the two samples matched.
Yeah, well, there is. It's another one of Bordeiso's setups. His fingerprints are all over this thing.
I don't follow.
He's rigged it to make it look like I'm his son.
Oh,
Come on,
Scott,
Lucy. He made it look like my gun is the one that shot him.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so now he gets his revenge on my father and takes me down to boot.
Okay, I will give you that. This does sound like some sick sort of plan of Bordeiso's.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Because what would be worse for me? What would be worse? To think that his blood is running through my veins?
Along with the DNA results, this blood directly ties you to DV's shooting.
Oh, wait a minute, Lee. The police already know he was there. He was there.
Yes, but the fact that there was a struggle and there was blood at the scene of the crime, a prosecutor will use that.
Yeah, precisely. They'll claim that Scott sustained a wound when he was fighting with Bordeiso.
A wound? He had a little scratch on his hand from a nail, that's all.
Lucy, tell that to the jury. You see, once a jury gets information like struggles and different blood at the scene of the crime and my gun, no offense here, but my goose is cooked.
Okay, great. So now what do we do?
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to prove these forensics tests are bogus.
Okay, right. We've got Eve and Kevin working at the police station to figure that out. Now we need to figure out this DNA analysis.
Well, we're going to have to run some additional tests.
I was just about to suggest the same thing.
And they've got to be done independently.
Right. You choose the doctor to make sure that nothing else fishy goes on with all of this.
Right. And then we'll find out that Bordeiso is not my father, and I'll clear my name. Whew.
So, what did you think of our trip to the local shopping mall?
Well, poking around in a salvage yard wasn't exactly the shopping spree I had in mind.
Disappointed?
Nope. Had a blast.
Oh, come on. I know you had your eye on those cushy European stores over on Elm.
Oh, Frank, all of those stores are they're the same, and we would have never found anything as, original as this there, believe me.
Yeah, she is a beauty. When I saw her sitting there underneath that pile of junk, I said to myself, I've got to have that.
Yeah, she is, unique, that's for sure. And who knows, she may land you a mint if, an antique roadshow ever comes to town.
Yeah, okay, where should we put it?
How about in that corner right over there?
Where all those shadows are? You won't even be able to see it over there.
Oh, yeah, sure you will. You could put, a reading lamp next to it.
Yeah. Just admit it, you hate it.
Oh, Frank, come on. Hate's a very strong
you
word.
think it's the biggest piece of junk you've ever seen in your life.
Who cares about my taste? I mean, it's what feel like that's important.
Oh, mark the date, ladies and gentlemen. Courtney Canellos was open to seeing things through Frank Scanlon's eyes.
Well, the world would be a pretty dull place if everybody had the same opinions. I mean, if I were a cookie cutter of every other girl out there, you'd probably get bored with me really fast, huh?
I think that we will keep the chair right here, smack in the middle where everyone can see it.
Oh, perfect. I just think that we should move it a tad to the left. Frank, you know, I'm not made of glass.
I know. I just don't want you lifting anything while you're pregnant.
And I know my limits. I would never take a careless risk with our baby. Okay? But I am, pretty filthy. So do you mind if I wash up?
No, knock yourself out. The bathroom is...
I know. Where the bathroom is.
Any luck at the police lab?
Yeah, I told him we want to do our own testing. They're sending a sample of DV's blood over that, well, it came right from the crime scene.
Good. Well, then all I have to do is give a little fresh blood here, and we're in business.
And we'll compare the two DNAs. We'll have our answers.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. I want this whole thing gone.
Oh, come on. Something's bugging you. Spit it out.
Well, look, you know that I believe this whole idea that Bordeiso could possibly be your father is completely insane, right?
But
I have these questions that keep popping up in my head. Something just isn't adding up for me.
What kind of questions?
Well, like at the crypt. Scott got there after Bordeiso was shot.
Yeah, so go on.
Well, we all know that there was no struggle. You cut your hand on a nail, but how could Bordeiso know that would have happened?
That's true.
Right, so, you cut your hand innocently. If you hadn't done that, there would be no DNA test, no analysis.
True.
Okay, so think about it. Bordeiso would have had to have known that this was going to happen, that you would leave blood behind for his plan to succeed, to make it look like you're his son.
Do you believe that Bordeiso's my father?
No. Scott, I don't know. I'm just confused. Me and my stupid brain, things pop in it and I can't get them out. They just keep swirling around. Doubts,
Scott, she raises some valid questions here.
No. I know how this guy operates. He put psychic images in my head. He messed with me. Now, this is just another one of his little games. That's all. That's all he's doing here.
Bordeiso seems to be able to perform magic tricks, all right.
Well, that's because he's got goons on the inside here.
What, you mean tampering with the police lab?
Yeah, tampering, messing with my life is what he lives for.
God, I don't know, I don't know.
Lucy! My mother did not lie to me about who my father was.
Look, if Meg ever doubted that Bentley was your father, she would have told me.
He's right. I'm sorry, okay? Lloyd Bentley is your father.
I only have one father, biological or not.
And you are my son. And whatever's going on here, we're going to get down to the bottom of it.
We are. Bordeiso's unconscious in his bed right now, and he's still messed up my life.
Look, we've had our share of tough situations. We always came through them, Scott.
And I should go to the police station right now and shake out the dirty cop that Bordeiso's got in his pocket. Is what I should do.
Now, I don't think that would be wise, considering that you're lucky to be out on bail.
But I just can't stand around here doing nothing. Wait a second. Yeah, Dr. Matt Harmon.
It's Dr. Matt Harmon.
Matt, Scott Baldwin. I was wondering if I could ask a favor of you.
Yeah, you bailed me out big time when my family tracked me down. I owe you one.
Well, I'm ready to collect. I need a blood test done, no questions asked.
Well, come on in. I'll hook you up right away.
Matt, no one can know about this.
Know about what? I'll see you soon.
No more speculating. Let's get to the bottom of this.
The shower works good.
Any reason you couldn't finish getting dressed in the bathroom?
Steam was getting to me. Besides, it's not like you haven't seen all of this before, huh?
Well, actually, I was thinking more about the neighbors.
Excuse me?
No, in case you haven't noticed, my shades are down, so unless you want to give the folks a show, maybe you should finish getting dressed somewhere else.
Show? A show, Frank. Frank, that sounds like fun. You know, it, kind of reminds me of our old spine days. Only, this time, we're the ones being watched. Kind of exciting, huh?
You're trapped.
What?
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is becoming a regular problem with all my zippers.
Oh, maybe I could cut you out with scissors.
Maybe. Maybe I just need to invest in sexy maternity wear, huh?
Oh, well, you know, you're good. You had me going there for a minute.
Hey. I know you want this just as much as I do.
Yeah, and like my mama always said, you can't have everything you want.
Frank, why are you fighting us, huh? You and me, we fit. We're having fun. Don't go and ruin it, Frank.
You come clean about that baby you're carrying, and I will give you all the fun that you can handle.
You are impossible.
And you're stubborn.
You know what? You know what? One day you are going to wake up and you are going to realize you cannot live without me, Frank Scanlon.
Did you explain the situation to Matt?
Yeah, he's gonna keep his mouth shut and supervise the test personally.
Did he say how long before we get some results?
I don't know, maybe later on. Tonight or something. Or maybe even sooner, who knows? I don't know. I mean, you know, labs work. But we'll finally find out that Bordeiso is not my father, like I've been telling you guys.
The sooner we get this laid to rest, the better. And we can concentrate on getting those charges against you dropped.
Yeah. Bordeiso thought he could blindside me so that I wouldn't have a chance to defend myself.
Oh.
Hey.
Matt, hey.
Hey, you got a minute?
Yeah. Well, what's going on?
What is it? There's the test.
Oh, no, sample's in the lab already. I even put a rush on it, so...
So what's going on?
Well, it's David Bordeiso. He regained consciousness. He woke up a few minutes ago.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Well, I thought you'd want to know.
Yeah, thanks, Matt.
Okay. Excuse me.
See you later.
Yeah.
You all right, son?
I don't give a damn whether he lives or dies.
Call 4556. Marianne Benson. Call 4556. May I speak to Julie Devlin Ramsey, please? This is Darren Leopold, her attorney. Yeah, I'll hold.
Darren, I'm glad you called. It's Rachel. Hello, Darren?
Someone on this list tampered with evidence and made it look like a bullet from Scott's gun is the one that shot DB. What do you say? The two of us, you and me, we go over this list and find out who took a bribe to set Scott up.
So what did Matt say?
Nothing. The results aren't back yet.
Look, we are going to know the truth.
Lucy, come on. We know the truth. We know the truth here. We're just waiting for the results to prove that I'm right.
Okay. Okay, you're right. You're right. Of course you're right. Of course.
You know what? I should probably go in to Bordeiso's room there and see what he's really up to, you know.
You can't do that. He's got a guard outside the door. Certainly not going to let the man who's suspected of the shooting inside.
Right. What was I thinking? I'd probably just strangle him anyways.
I know it's hard to wait, Scott, but...
I'm not going to wait. I'll see you around.
Scott. Okay, so what do we do? How do we help him get through this?
Well, there's only one thing that'll help, and that's a negative match on the blood test for paternity. Just pray that's the way it turns out.
What did Darren want?
It wasn't Darren on the phone. Whoever it was, they hung up. No, I think that we should focus on what we have to do. The sooner we get you out of here, the closer you're going to be to your baby.
You're right.
Now, tomorrow, the DA, when she's interviewing potential jurors, she might try to upset you. It's important you keep your composure.
I'm getting scared, Rachel.
Well, you don't need to be. Julie, I'm going to be at the defense table with you and Darren. If Dara starts to get to you, I want you to practice the breathing exercises that I taught you. Your affirmation, do you remember that?
I remember everything you taught me.
Then there's nothing left to do.
And what if that isn't enough?
It is going to be enough. I stayed up all night going over the potential jurors, reading about similar cases, strategizing with Darren. You trust me. Everything's going to be fine.
You know, whenever I say I'm afraid, you say it's all going to work out. But you're not the one who has to go into the courtroom and face a jury with the power to decide if you live or die.
Julie, we will win.
Oh, I'm just starting to wish we could call the whole thing off.
I just wish that you wouldn't get so panicked. I coached you on everything to expect in there.
I wish Chris were here. He knows how I feel. He understands me, calms me down.
There are better things around the corner.
Stop saying that. You don't know what's going to happen. And what's it to you anyway? If I tank in court, you still go home. I go to death row.
Let me let you in on a little secret of mine. When I'm scared, when I'm threatened, I visualize what I want. And somehow, it always happens for me. It works for me, and you too, or you never would have made it as far as you have.
So, all I have to do is close my eyes and click my heels together 3 times, and I'll get out of Ferncliff?
Julie, I want you to think of the positive here, not the negative. Come sit down, please. Sit down. Now close your eyes. Close your eyes. I want you to visualize your little girl. And now you're holding her in your arms.
Do you feel that precious little baby? Yeah. Now visualize your freedom. No longer being tortured. You can do it, Julie. You can. If you just listen to what I tell you.
What if he's not your son?
But he is my son, and he always will be. Whether his biological father is Lloyd Bentley or David Bordeiso, it doesn't matter.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Because you have been the one constant thing in his whole wacky, crazy life. And I know that he feels very lucky to have you as a father. Even though I think he knows that you may not believe he's always kind of been the son that you wanted him to become.
Seems there are times when I'd say sit down and he'd stand up, you know. No, I guess Scott and I have fought 1,000 times, but I have watched him mature through all those years, and I am very proud to call him my son.
And I know he is very, very proud to call you Dad. Because you are everything that he admires in a man. And David Bordeiso is everything he absolutely hates.
I'm just afraid that it'll crush him if the test results show that DV is his father, you know? I hope I can find the right words to reach him.
You will find the right words. You know Scott always listens to you. Matt?
Hi. Scott around?
Actually, he sort of took a walk.
Oh. Well, I guess I'll just hold on to these results until he gets back.
Well, you know, we're not sure when that might be.
The waiting was getting to him, man. I wonder, could you release the results to me as Scott's attorney?
Well, I guess I could bend the rules a little bit, since it's for Scott.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Matt.
All right. See you later.
We really do appreciate it. See you later.
Yep.
Oh, boy. Okay, so now, where do you think Scott is?
I think I got a good idea.
Then, Lee, you go to him. You give him the results. I think you two should be together when he reads these, and I know you'll make it okay no matter what the results are.
Are you saying you planned that exhibition today?
You bet I planned it. Of course, now, first I thought about the obvious, you know. When the mayor asked if there was any man present who can state why this couple shouldn't be joined in holy matrimony. You know, half that crowd thought if I was going to show up, that would have been the time to do it. So I didn't.
Why? Why didn't you?
Because it would have been too obvious and too easy. I wanted to wait until they were married and just pull the rug right out from underneath them. That was more fun.
Fun? You consider what you did fun, Scott?
Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time. Something else just burst wide open inside of me.
What? What burst?
Pure hate. There was one other thing. The idea of getting even, of course.
Oh, Scotty, stop it. Now, don't you think I know my own son? You don't even sound like yourself.
Maybe now we know why.
Did you talk to the director of Ferncliff about me visiting her?
Several times, Chris, but the director's mind is made up. I'm afraid there's nothing more I can do to get you in to see Julie.
Well, maybe there's something I can do.
Like what?
You're gonna scale the walls to Ferncliff to get in to see her? You put that thought out of your mind. The last thing we need right now are foolish choices.
Come on, there's got to be a way I can let Julie know I'm thinking about her.
I'm sure she already knows. Excuse me, I've got patients to see.
Chris, they won't let me wear my wedding ring in here. Will you hold on to it for me?
Okay, we have narrowed it down to 2 suspects.
One detective first class with an overactive, ambitious streak.
Yes, and 1 desk sergeant who has taken quite a few trips to Atlantic City lately. What do we do now?
We need more information on our candidates.
Right. I will call my patient down to the police department and see if she can come up with anything else.
No matter what, we're a lot closer now than we were a few hours ago to helping Scott.
Do you think we'll be able to clear him?
I think we have a shot. And it's gonna feel really good to beat Bordeiso at his own game.
I can guess what you're thinking. You're wrong, Scott.
How do you know I'm wrong?
Because I know you. Matt asked me to give you this.
Explains it. Every lousy thing I've done in my life is because I'm Bordeiso's son.
Oh, it doesn't matter what the test results say, Scott. You're still who you are. You're not DV.
No, think about it. Think about it. Come on, look at all the stuff I've done. You know, I've lied. I've cheated. I've been called a shyster, an ambulance chaser. I was a You've called me these things, too. You know that.
All right. You have cut a few corners. You spent a lot of time getting yourself in and out of trouble, but there's a big difference between you and a man like D.V. Bordeiso.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is. Have you ever taken an old man and beat him? Have you ever tampered with the brakes of a woman's car and endangered the life of an innocent baby? No.
If I was pushed too far, I'm capable of a lot of things.
Look, I have known you forever, Scott. And there are lines that you never crossed, that D.V. Bordeiso passed without even looking back.
No, I crossed those lines. I've crossed them. I went to Bordeiso's cabin. I was gonna shoot him with rat poison. And the reason why I didn't kill him, he got away, that's all.
No, that's not the reason. You wouldn't do it, Scott, and you never would do it. And that's the difference between the two of you.
Yeah, well, I may not be him now, but in time, I will be him. I will, because I have no idea now who the hell I am.
You're the same person you've always been, son. Come on, you're the same person I saw start high school, go to college, go to law school. But sure, you may not have always done everything exactly the way I would have done it,
No,
but...
you have always pointed it out to me.
I am very proud of you. I'm very proud of the fine man that you have become. You may not have always been a pillar of the community, but you are a rock to your own family. Your children, Lucy, you have Gayle, me.
I've got the blood of a madman running through my veins.
No! Now, you are still not his son. You're mine. And we're family.
You're the only father I've ever known.
Look, I may not have been privileged to be there when you first entered this world, Scott, but Scott, I've loved every minute I've spent with you. Believe me, son, you are a good man.
I really appreciate your help. Thank you so much. I owe you big time. I'll talk to you later. Bye. You are never going to believe this.
What?
The ambitious one,
Yeah.
Officer Trent Gordon,
Yeah.
wasn't originally on Bordeiso's case.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. You want to know what happened the night he came on?
Pray tell.
The bullet from Scott's gun was identified as the one that shot D.V.
Now, that is a coincidence.
I got one more for you. You ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Officer Trent Gordon's girlfriend works with me at General Hospital, and the first chance I get, I'm going to talk to Patty and find out the skinny on her boyfriend.
All right, while you're doing that,
Yes.
Victor and I will go down to the Port Charles Police Station and see if we can glean any information from Officer Gordon directly.
Feels good to be working together again, huh? Like in Italy.
Tough as that was.
We make a good team, Kevin. Things didn't turn out so well when DV set me up to work alone.
Ruining Bordeiso's plans will be very sweet indeed.
So you know, huh? You got the results from the test.
Every DNA test they ran shows that Bordeiso and I share the same genetic markers.
Oh, Scott. I am so sorry. I am so...
I've got that psychopath's blood in my veins. I'm like a time bomb here. I can go off anytime.
No.
Yes?
You're not.
You
You're
understand
not. Yes.
genetics? Do you understand that?
What I understand is just because you are related to someone does not mean you're going to become that person. DV may be your biological father, but Lee raised you, and he's a good man.
There's a hereditary factor that has to deal in here. You understand that?
Okay, wait, come here. Turn
I
around.
don't want to come.
Yes, look, I want you to look at Christina. Just come here for a minute and look at that face. Look at that little girl and tell me that we're not going to make a difference. Listen to her. All the love that we give her will make her who she is, not that biological mother who abandoned her. Do you really think she'll become like her?
Oh, shit, I know how she's going to turn out.
Well, I know. I know because we have already made a difference in her life by giving her all this love. Scott, I know that. Her biological mother may have given birth to her, but she is not going to make her who she's going to become. Come here. Come here, sweet pea. Come here, my little sweet pea. Come here, let's talk to your daddy, okay? Oh, Scott. Look at this beautiful little girl. You look at her. Do you really think that all the love we give her and all the hugs and kisses and all the caring and all the guidance doesn't matter? Don't you realize that what we've given her already has totally affected who she's going to become? But Scott, it's love. Love makes all the difference in the world. Look at her. We're going to love her for years and years and years. Just like Lee has loved you for years and years and years, and Lee is going to keep loving you. And who this little girl becomes is going to be because of us, not because of her biological mother.
Mommy's coming, Christina. I promise that we'll be together soon. And for always, my little one. My ring. How in the world? Chris. Oh. We will be together soon, Chris. You, me,